Shalom, shalom. This is Moth by Yashar Bonaparium. This is Moth, son of Israel, son of Ephraim. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. Shalom to the Akim Agwath and the Bayan that's tuned into this video. That is peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that's tuned into this video. So like you. I'll do a quick one hitter going into the flesh, how it's weak, and then ending off this quick hitter on the new covenant, and that's getting our new bodies. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. This going into the fact that we're born in wickedness. Our flesh is very weak, and it's our flesh. The flesh we have now is vile. The book of Sirach, chapter 40, verse 1. Great travail is created for every man, and heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. From the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day they return to mother all things. Just going in again, between the other stuff that we go through, like the day-to-day life we go through, also we're in the yoke of the sin, because this flesh is extremely weak. It's the spirit. The spirit. This is, I ain't gonna say because this is screeching us next, but it's going into this flesh is very weak. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26. Verse 41, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Again, so your spirit, you might be like, I don't want to do this. You might, it's wrong, and you fight against it, but your flesh is weak. You may, I don't have to tell you win that battle, but sometimes you lose that battle because that flesh is weak. And besides that, not only that, we wake up and we sin every day. From the clothes that we wear. Now, I'm not going to say sin purposely, because sinning willfully is completely different. You shouldn't be out here sinning willfully. But you stuff that you can't help when you're waking up and you put the clothes on your body, and that's a sin. You're going off. There's nothing that you can do about that. But you sinning. We are sold under sin. It's book of Philippines, chapter 3. Philippines. Salakia, if I'm butchered it. It's the book of Philippines, chapter 3, verse 21, and it reads, "Who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself." So it's going to the fact, who's going to be able to change our vile bodies? Who's going to be able to change this flesh that we're burdened with? So we'll be able to be perfect under the sight of Yahweh Yahushua, and so we don't be out here sold under sin, because again, the flesh is weak. The flesh is it's like we're like imprisoned to the flesh. That you try not to sin, but you'll be going off, or you'll be battling with your flesh 24/7. But literally, you do know that that's what the new covenant is. The new covenant is that we get that new body, and obviously we get put back in our own land. But that's all. Once we get beamed up on that chariot, well, it's like Adon Tazah, Adon Tazah get beamed up. Adon Tazah, you get beamed up. We get beat up on that chariot. We'll have them new bodies where the law is written in our hearts, and we won't go off no more. And that flesh will be strong. We have a glorious body like Yahweh Shai, and we won't have a day-to-day battle with your flesh, because it's going to be on one accord, and that the law is going to be written in your hearts. We're in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31, and it reads, "Behold, the days come, saith Adonai Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Yasharallah and with the house of Judah." So we're going to have a new covenant, because we broke the old covenant when we continued to go off after we made a covenant with the Lord, saying that we weren't going to go off. But again, obviously we went off, and that's why we ended up in captivity, and that's where we are now. "Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them out of the hand to bring them, I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith Adonai Yahweh." Again, what I was talking about. So this is not like the covenant of what they had before, where they broke. This is a new covenant that we're going to get. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 33, and it reads, "But this shall be a covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. With Ha Adonai Yahweh, I will put the law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and it will be their power, and they shall be my people. So this is going to the fact where we get them new bodies, and the law shall be written in our hearts, and we will not go off no more because it's stuck in us. Now, we talk about having this conscience, and the conscience is kind of how we know what's right or wrong, but it's still not written in us. We still have that battle with the flesh. This time it's going to be written in us. It's not going to be no thoughts of doing wrong. There's not going to be doing no wrong because that law is in us. We're programmed to not go off. We're programmed to do everything righteously. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. See, we're not going to need to teach no more because the laws. We're going to basically go back to the oral. I'm not going to say. I don't know. We might still have the book, but basically going back to the oral laws, in a sense where everything we know what is right and wrong. We just know it's in us. It's in us. And every man his brother saying, know how I don't want Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, save how I don't want Yahweh, for I forgive for their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. So that's just going into New Covenant, and now the first 3/4 is less. I'm just going into the flesh and how the flesh is weak, and now I just wanted to show also that it's like it, and we're gonna get this new bodies in that new covenant, and that's how we will be broken off that yoke, and we'll be broken off that endless battle between the flesh and the spirit. So I don't know if this was edifying and able to give you some sort of peace. No, we gotta give all praises and honors to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rukakadash, Shalom to the Akim Agwath and Abayim that tuned into this video. That is peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that tuned into this video. Shalom.